January the 19th, huge day, obviously this WBA world title fight with Matt Skelton. And did you believe when he walked through the gym for the first time that you saw him, did you believe then, as you believe now, that he can be champion of the world?
Well, I always believe he could be a champion. Thankfully we got a lucky break and Frank took us on board earlier in our career. And Frank's really helped us get where we are today. Matt always had the capabilities of going to the highest level of whatever he's done in any sport. Yes, we've been helped by Frank, but yes, I do believe he could be the heavyweight champion of the world now today, yes.
Yes, I know you believe that now, but at what point in the progression, in his progression, did you think, OK, he can be more than English champion, more than British or Commonwealth champion? At what point did you think, he could take on the best?
Well, I think when he beat, I believe he beat Danny Williams the first fight, but I think when we went back to the drawing board and we got our thoughts together and took Danny 4 months later and completely made Danny look like an amateur boxer, that's when I believed he could have won a world title fight. He totally put the critics wrong when they said he couldn't box. He boxed for 12 rounds and totally dominated the fight from the first round to the 12th round. And I think you could see then there was a lot more could come out of the Skelton gym than just a brawler.
And I know training for that Danny Williams, especially the second fight, it was a very hard, very intense training camp, and you were especially proud about the sort of energy and stamina that Matt put into that training camp. For a world title fight, has it been the same?
Again, yeah, we've studied this fighter for quite a long time, and Matt's been asking Frank for this fighter for a very long time. Yes, we have trained very hard, and we believe we've got the job right. The same intensity. I mean, I'm a big fan of Billy Graham up there in Manchester with his 15-round work which he does, and we actually did with the circuits we've been putting into it this fight, which we've never done before, and we did a 15-round pad session with Matt of the fitness levels which he would do going into a world title fight, but we had a little bit more of a circuit in between his minutes break, and he came through that superbly. So we're in great shape. I believe he's in the best shape of his life, and I think you'll see that on the 19th. I think he just dominates Terayev.
You've said that you studied Shagayev for a long time, you studied his style. What is it about Shagayev's style that makes you feel like Matt has the beating of him?
Well, he does come forward, he doesn't waste a shot, which is good. But one thing is he's very accurate, but he doesn't throw enough shots as a world champion. You need to be throwing in combinations and keep your work rate at a high level for 3 minutes of each round. He doesn't work for 3 minutes of each round. If you study the fighters he's fought, he's only done 2 12-rounders in his career. He hadn't fought at the same sort of time as Matt hasn't, and he struggled terrible after the 7th round. Even though he won the fights, he fought an over-the-top John Ruiz and the Beast from the East. It's a big 7'7" man, and he's very sort of clumsy. So he was quite sharp in that, but still after the 7th round, he struggled then after the stamina. He hasn't had the continued 12 rounds as a champion to continue that thing, whereas Matt's fought loads of 12-round fights, and he's seasoned to that distance.
We've certainly seen Matt in the past go 12 rounds and have the energy and stamina to do so. But you know as a trainer that if somebody's been out of competition for about 18 months, like Matt has, that almost doesn't matter what they do in the gym. You never quite know until they get into a competitive situation if they can still do that. What makes you so confident that Matt can?
Well, we are always in the gym. We're always practicing all the time. Even if we haven't got a fight off, we still come down and meet each other and still go over shots over and over and over again, like keep going back to school. We don't just completely stay away from the gym, so we're always prepared at any time to, if a fight comes up, we're always prepared for a fight. All we've got to do is study the opponent and adapt slightly to the moves of that opponent.
Okay, so your training camp's obviously coming to an end now, and at what time? When do you go to Germany?
We fly over Sunday night, and then we got a week of speed work in Germany, and we'll finish training next Thursday, and then weigh in Friday, ready to fight Saturday.
And conditions over there, in terms of the German referees, the German public, we know that sometimes decisions don't go fighters' way when they should. Is that something that you have contingency plans for? Are you planning to go in there and end the fight early?
Well, we will take the fight as it comes. One thing is definitely for certain, Matt Skelton will win the fight. Whatever Chagayev brings to the table, we'll be able to adapt to his fight game. We just got to stick to our game plan, make sure we win every single round, and if we get a dirty decision, then obviously the public and the world will know that we actually did win the fight. We'll get the decision as we expect the decision to come, cleanly and fairly, and then we'll be bringing home the championship back to Britain.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being very risky, how risky is this fight for you?
Well, risky is every fight's a risk. I don't believe Chagayev's got the power or the tools to completely dominate Matt Skelton in any way, shape or form. I think he's very tricky, but I just think we've got the tools there to beat Chagayev convincingly, comfortably, if we stick to the game plan which we've worked on.
Thanks very much.
Cheers, babe.
Thanks, Kevin.
Please, thank you.